everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island discovers another ancient artifact. The Curse of Oak Island has made a ton of progress this season. They have dug far underground for the first time and might have found underground caverns. The team got back into the swamp for the first time since last year. They also have discovered more at the Money Pit. In the most recent episode, they found another ancient artifact. This one might have a connection to ancient Rome. Curse of Oak Island finds possible Roman artifact. The team from Curse of Oak Island has found quite a few interesting things on the island this season. In the last episode, Gary Drayton and Jack Begley took the metal detector out and discovered a huge find. They found an artifact that might date back to ancient Rome and could lead to more speculation about who was on the island so many years in the past. The artifact was a circular-shaped coin that was made of lead. It had two holes in the middle of the coin and what looked like ornate sculpting around the sides. According to Gary, it might have been a trade token used thousands of years ago. Emma Culligan, the archaeometallurgist, placed it in the XRD X-ray diffraction analysis scanner. According to Emma, it looks like the coin came from either Iran or Sardinia, which is off the coast of Italy. She also said the lead was pure, which meant this was a very old find for the team. With the thought of ancient Rome, Emma said ancient Rome used mines in Sardinia. Last week, Italian researcher Emiliano Sacchetti spoke to the team and talked about Ralph de Sudley. He was a 12th century Templar knight who Sacchetti thinks might have looted treasures from Jerusalem and taken them to North America. Who is Ralph de Sudley from Curse of Oak Island? This is not the first time that Ralph de Sudley's name has come up on the Curse of Oak Island. Way back in Season 6, the team spoke about this Templar and what he might have to do with the island itself. 88-year-old researcher Zena Halpern passed away around that season, and Rick Lagina mourned her loss as she introduced the team to documents in Season 4 about the Knights Templar and their possible connection to Oak Island. At the core of Zena's research was the Cremona document. This was discovered in a church in the 1970s in Italy and had a collection of maps, ciphers, and journal entries. It is believed that 12th century Templar knight Ralph de Sudley partially authored them. This was when the team began to think he brought the looted treasure to Oak Island. The low, steady hum of machinery blended with the sporadic chatter of workers and the rustling leaves of the Nova Scotian forest. It was an unusually warm morning on Oak Island, the infamous isle in Mahone Bay that had been the subject of countless legends, theories, and expeditions for over 2 centuries. For Rick and Marty Lagina, the brothers at the helm of the History Channel's long-running series, The Curse of Oak Island, today was just another step in their relentless pursuit of the truth hidden beneath the soil. The island's history was marred by mystery and intrigue. The legend began in 1795, when a young boy named Daniel McGinnis discovered a curious depression in the ground. This led to the unearthing of what became known as the Money Pit, a deep and seemingly booby-trapped shaft that had enticed treasure hunters for generations. Despite numerous digs and countless theories, the true nature of the treasure, if it indeed existed, remained elusive. On this particular day, the Lagina brothers and their team were focusing their efforts on a new area, the previously unexcavated Smith's Cove. Recent findings had suggested the presence of man-made structures and artifacts dating back centuries, sparking fresh excitement and speculation. "All right, let's get that core sample up," Marty called out, his voice filled with the kind of optimism only a treasure hunter could muster after years of grueling work. The drill operator nodded, and moments later, a cylindrical sample of earth was extracted from deep below the surface. As they carefully examined the core, something unusual caught Rick's eye. Embedded in the dense, dark soil was a small metallic object. With delicate precision, the team extracted it and cleaned off the dirt, revealing an intricately crafted amulet. The amulet was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was made of a metal that gleamed in the sunlight, with an intricate design of interwoven knots and symbols that suggested a mix of cultures. At its center was a gemstone, its deep blue hue mesmerizing. The team gathered around, their expressions a mix of awe and disbelief. "What do you think it is?" asked Craig Tester, their trusted engineer and fellow treasure seeker. Rick turned the amulet over in his hands, studying it closely. "It's hard to say. It looks ancient, but the craftsmanship is extraordinary. We need to get this analyzed." Within hours, the amulet was on its way to a renowned artifact expert, Dr. Evelyn Carter, at the University of Nova Scotia. The team waited with bated breath, speculating on its origins and significance. Was it a piece of the legendary Templar treasure? Could it be linked to the enigmatic Oak Island's rumored connection to the Knights Templar, or even earlier civilizations? The next day, Dr. Carter's preliminary report came in. The amulet, she explained, appeared to be of Viking origin, likely dating back to the 10th century. This revelation sent shockwaves through the team. Vikings had been known to explore parts of North America, but this was the first tangible evidence suggesting they had reached Oak Island. The discovery of the Viking amulet reignited global interest in the Oak Island mystery. Scholars, historians, and treasure hunters flocked to the island, eager to be part of the unfolding story. The Lagina brothers, now more determined than ever, expanded their search, hoping to uncover more artifacts and perhaps even the elusive treasure that had inspired so many over the years. As they delved deeper into Smith's Cove, more artifacts began to emerge: fragments of pottery, ancient tools, and even a small wooden chest. Each find added a new layer to the island's history, weaving a complex tapestry of human endeavor and intrigue. The wooden chest, though small, proved to be a monumental discovery. Inside, wrapped in delicate, decayed fabric, was a collection of scrolls. These scrolls, though fragile and worn by time, contained writings in an ancient script. It took weeks of painstaking work to carefully preserve and translate the documents. When the translation was finally complete, the scrolls revealed a narrative that seemed almost too incredible to be true. They told the story of a Viking expedition led by a legendary Norse chieftain who had ventured far beyond the known world in search of a mystical land. This chieftain, the scrolls claimed, had brought with him a treasure of immense value, not just gold and silver, but something far more precious, a relic of great spiritual significance. The scrolls detailed the journey of the Norsemen, their encounters with indigenous peoples, and the establishment of a hidden stronghold on what was now known as Oak Island. This stronghold, they believed, was where the treasure had been secreted away, protected by cunning traps and secret mechanisms. Armed with this new knowledge, the Lagina brothers and their team intensified their search. They employed the latest technology, from ground-penetrating radar to advanced underwater drones, to explore every inch of the island and its surrounding waters. The excitement was palpable as they uncovered more evidence: a hidden network of tunnels, ancient carvings on rocks, and even a submerged structure that appeared to be a dock or landing site. Each discovery brought them closer to the heart of the island's mystery. But as they dug deeper, they also encountered new challenges. The island seemed determined to keep its secrets, throwing up obstacles at every turn. Equipment failures, sudden floods, and treacherous ground conditions tested their resolve. Yet, for Rick and Marty, each setback only fueled their determination. They were driven not just by the prospect of treasure, but by the quest for knowledge and the thrill of uncovering history. The island had become a part of them, its mysteries intertwined with their own journey. Months passed, and the team continued to make progress. The legend of the Viking amulet had grown, captivating the imagination of people around the world. The History Channel documented every step, turning the Lagina brothers' quest into a global phenomenon. Then one fateful day, as the sun set over Oak Island, casting long shadows across the dig site, they made a breakthrough. In a concealed chamber deep below the surface, they discovered a stone altar. Upon it lay a golden chalice, adorned with precious gems and ancient inscriptions. This chalice, they realized, was the relic mentioned in the Viking scrolls, a symbol of power and reverence, hidden away to protect its secrets. The discovery was monumental, not just in terms of its historical value, but for what it represented, the culmination of years of perseverance, teamwork, and unwavering belief. As they carefully lifted the chalice from its resting place, the team couldn't help but feel a profound connection to the past. They were not just treasure hunters, they were custodians of history, preserving the legacy of those who had come before. The curse of Oak Island, it seemed, was not in the pursuit of treasure, but in the relentless drive to uncover the truth. And in that moment, holding the ancient chalice in their hands, Rick and Marty Lagina knew they had found something far more valuable than gold, a piece of the past, a story waiting to be told, and a legacy that would endure for generations to come. The Curse of Oak Island, a reality TV series steeped in mystery and historical intrigue, had captivated viewers for years with its relentless quest for hidden treasure. Nestled off the coast of Nova Scotia, the enigmatic Oak Island had long been rumored to conceal a vast trove of riches, but what the intrepid Lagina brothers uncovered on a crisp autumn day surpassed all expectations. In a recent episode that sent shockwaves through the archaeological community, the team unearthed a possible Roman artifact, potentially rewriting the history of early transatlantic voyages. It was Rick Lagina who first spotted the gleam of metal amidst the dirt and debris in one of the island's many treacherous shafts. As the team delicately extracted the object, their hearts pounded with anticipation. It was a small, intricately designed brooch, unlike anything they had ever seen before on the island. The brooch, once cleaned and examined, revealed an unmistakable Roman design. It was a piece of astonishing craftsmanship, featuring detailed engravings of mythological figures that suggested it had once belonged to someone of considerable importance. The artifact was soon sent to experts in Roman history and ancient artifacts for further analysis. The initial findings were nothing short of extraordinary. Dr. Helena Marconi, a leading archaeologist specializing in Roman antiquities, was flown in from Italy to examine the artifact. With gloved hands and a magnifying glass, she studied the brooch under the intense lights of the makeshift lab set up on Oak Island. Her eyes widened as she identified specific stylistic elements that dated the piece to the late 1st century AD. This brooch is unlike any other Roman artifact found outside of Europe or the Mediterranean, Dr. Marconi explained to the eager crew and the camera. The level of detail and the specific motifs are indicative of Roman aristocracy. If this is genuine, it could suggest a Roman presence in North America over 1,000 years before Columbus. The implications were staggering. How could a Roman artifact have ended up on a small island in the North Atlantic? Theories abounded. Some suggested that it could have been brought over by Norse explorers who might have traded with or raided Roman outposts in Europe. Others posited even more adventurous scenarios, envisioning a lost Roman expedition that ventured far beyond the known world. The discovery reignited interest in ancient Roman texts and maritime logs, with scholars scouring documents for any hint of such a voyage. The Lagina brothers, always ready to follow any lead, funded expeditions to search for other potential Roman sites in the region. As the news of the find spread, Oak Island became a hotbed of activity. Historians, archaeologists, and treasure hunters flocked to the island, each hoping to uncover more clues. The team expanded their excavation efforts, focusing on areas where the brooch had been found. Every shovelful of dirt and each rock overturned held the promise of more incredible discoveries. Weeks turned into months, and the harsh Canadian winters set in, making work difficult. Yet the crew's determination never wavered. They discovered fragments of pottery, rusted tools, and even what appeared to be a Roman coin, heavily corroded but still identifiable by its faint markings. Each new find was meticulously cataloged and sent for analysis. The possibility of a Roman presence on Oak Island began to gain traction among some in the academic community, while others remained skeptical. Debate raged in scholarly journals and at conferences. Could it be that ancient Romans had crossed the Atlantic? Or were these artifacts brought over much later by European explorers who had contact with Roman relics? One tantalizing clue emerged from an unexpected source. Dr. Marconi found a reference in an obscure Roman text to a land beyond the sea where brave sailors had journeyed, describing it as a place of great mystery and untold riches. This account, previously dismissed as myth, now took on new significance. Meanwhile, on the island, the team made another groundbreaking discovery. Deep within a previously unexplored cavern, they found what appeared to be the remnants of a ship. The timbers, though largely decayed, showed construction techniques that bore a striking resemblance to Roman shipbuilding methods. It was a monumental find that added weight to the theory of a Roman expedition. As spring thawed the frozen ground, a renewed sense of excitement swept through the team. They worked tirelessly, hoping to uncover definitive proof that would confirm the Romans had indeed reached Oak Island. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the dig site, Rick and Marty Lagina stood at the edge of the pit, contemplating the journey they had embarked upon. "It's amazing to think how far we've come," Rick said, his voice tinged with awe. "From stories of pirate treasure to possibly rewriting history." Marty nodded. "And there's still so much to uncover. The island holds its secrets close, but we're getting closer." As the camera panned out, capturing the expanse of Oak Island, the sense of possibility was palpable. The Roman brooch had opened a new chapter in the island's storied history, one that suggested connections and adventures that spanned continents and centuries. The Lagina brothers, along with their team, were no longer just treasure hunters. They were explorers, piecing together the forgotten fragments of a distant past, driven by the hope of uncovering the ultimate truth behind the curse of Oak Island.